Hello, we're going to be discussing holds on the FMS3000. There are three places that you can build a hold on the FMS3000. You can do it on flight plan waypoints, off flight plan waypoints, and present position holds. Building a hold on the FMS3000 is pretty straightforward. We'll do the present position hold first since it's the easiest. So here you can select index if you're not already there. You can go to the hold, which will show you a list of all the holds. The FMS3000 can hold 6 active holds at a time. Here we're simply going to select new hold, and we're going to select present position, which is a R6. It will build the hold. Go ahead and zoom in on there. It'll build the hold. It'll show you in a dashed line what that hold is going to look like. And if you execute this, and the FMS is the nav source, it will immediately execute that hold. We're not going to do that though. We're going to go ahead and cancel that. So the second way that we can build a hold is to use a flight plan waypoint. So here we're just going to go back to index, select hold, select new hold, select the waypoint where we want to do the hold. So let's say they asked us to hold at Judith. That's going to put that in the scratch pad, and we're going to put that in L6, the hold at line. And again, it's going to build that hold. Now, while we're building that hold, we can make any changes to the hold entry here that we would like. So maybe they wanted left turns instead of right turns. Maybe they wanted 3-minute legs or 2-minute legs. Or maybe they wanted for you to hold north on the 360-degree radio. So again, you can make any of the changes that you want to there that you would like to. We're going to go ahead and cancel that. Now the next way to do or place to enter a hold is to do an off flight plan waypoint. And I have a waypoint already built for that. Let's see where that's at. We're going to go to index, fix, and I've just named it hold 1. We're going to go ahead and plug that into our reference up there, and we're going to see where that's at. We can see that hold 1 is right here. So what we want to do is we want to hold at hold 1 after Judith. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build that. We're going to clear that off there. So here we're going to go to hold, new hold. We're going to put hold 1 in our scratch pad and paste that at the hold at L6 line here. And now it's going to come up and say hold at hold 1, and it's going to give you your active legs. And it's going to say, well, where exactly do you want to hold? Well, we want to hold after Judith and before Hyder. So we're going to select Hyder, and we're going to execute that. So now we can see that after Mohawk, we're going to go to Judith. After Judith, we're going to enter that hold. And after that, we are going to then go to Hyder. All right. In this particular case, we don't really want to do that, so we're going to clear that. But there's something very interesting about this. If we go to the legs page, what you're going to see that after Judith, the FMS added hold 1 to the flight plan and then built the hold at the flight plan after hold 1. If we want to delete this hold, if we simply delete hold 1, what's going to happen is that your flight plan will take you from Judith to hold. I'm going to go ahead and execute that so you can see what I'm talking about there. So if you don't actually delete hold 1, it's going to take you off your flight plan from Judith to hold 1 and then to Hyder. So you want to make sure that you delete both of those, or simply delete the fix before the hold, and it will delete both of them. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. And now we're going back just direct to Judith. So now in this case, ATC wants us to hold at Judith. So we're going to go to index, hold, new hold. We're going to select Judith, and we're going to see all of the options that they give us as soon as we plug it in here to L6. And now we have our flight plan hold screen here. We're just going to go ahead and take all of the defaults that it has. We're going to go ahead and execute that. Now, that is now a solid line, so you can see that that's going to go active here. And if we go to our legs page, you can see that we have Judith and then the hold at Judith. We can also see that in our hold list. Here, now Judith is part of the hold list, and we also have our missed approach at advent. So again, we can come back here to Judith. We can go ahead and make any changes that we want to make. Let's say that it's a 2-minute leg. So we go ahead and make that change. The other thing that's going to happen here is once it gets ready to hold, it's going to give us a warning that it's that we're in half bank. Okay, and that message will show up here in just a moment as we get closer to the hold. The other thing that we can look at while we're here and we're waiting for the hold is, notice if we go to our progress, it has Mohawk, Judith, Hyder, and then DVT, which is the same as our short menu here, our FMS text menu. And here's that half bank selected message. So we also see that over here, it says message right here. We can go ahead and select that message, and it says half bank, and we can go ahead and hit that again. Now, if we press the message button again, you're going to see that that new message is gone, and it's just telling you that's an old message, the half bank message. So now as we get ready to enter the hold, what we're going to talk about is exiting the hold. And there's a couple different ways that we can exit the hold. The first way that we can exit the hold is by simply going direct to another waypoint. That will automatically exit the hold. And so once it enters the hold here, I'll show you that. We should see this say hold once we get to Judith. And there it is. Now it's saying it's hold, and now the hold is magenta that we can see here. And it's telling us we're going to hold at 265 knots. Now from here, if we wanted to exit the hold, let's say that ATC, we just started entering the hold and ATC said, trainer 1 turn left, direct Hyder. We can simply come over here, hit the direct, select Hyder, and if we execute that, it's just going to exit the hold and go directly to Hyder. It'll make a left-hand turn, go directly to Hyder. So that's the first way to exit the hold. The next way to exit the hold is to simply use the exit hold line here that's on your active legs page. You can also find the exit hold. If you go to your hold and select the hold that you're in, it will also have that right there where it says exit hold. All right, so in this particular case, we're just going to assume that we're at our legs page and we want to exit the hold here. Now, one of the interesting things about this is when you select exit hold from this point, the aircraft will continue a full in this case, right-hand turn all the way around to exit the hold, to cross back over the waypoint that the hold is built on, and then it will go ahead and finish or exit the hold and continue to fly the flight plan that you have set up. So let's assume that's what we want to do. It wants us to execute that, so we're going to go ahead and execute that. And right when we did that, ATC comes back and says, you know what, trainer 1, we need you to do a couple more turns in the hold. Well, notice that the FMS has this cancel exit right there for you. You can go ahead and select that, and it will cancel the exit and continue to hold until you rearm the hold exit. So basically, we've just armed the exit, and until it actually exits the hold, you can cancel the exit as well. So that is how easy it is to do holds on the FMS 3000.